Well, today we've got Orlo Gilbert, and Orlo's going to introduce us to his 1917 Model T. You want to tell us about this Model T?
Sure. Nothing better than to talk about your old cars, is it? This car was bought locally here. I purchased it actually from the Anderson gravel pit. They had it, I think, what was the elder gentleman's name that used to own the pit? Do you remember? But his son Charlie had it, and Charlie said, well, you can't run it. It runs over you all the time. And so I said, well, let me buy it from you. So he got it from us, and my wife and I have really enjoyed this car. Last summer we took it on a 400 or 500 mile trip in Michigan. And it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. In 1917, over half of America was still driving horses. And of course, as you look at the car, this isn't the way I got it.
Apparently not.
It didn't quite look like this. When I got it, the wheels the spokes were so loose, the rims were coming off the spokes, and it was dents all over it, and it needed to be repainted. And I had the engine completely, I rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the transmission, differential. I've gone through everything on the car. And
how long did it take you to restore this one, Orlo?
actually, this was pretty fast. I think it took me about 2 years to get this one up and going. Because the Model T Ford's about the easiest car to restore. Parts are readily available. And
interesting. Of course, the paint didn't look this good when Henry put the car out, did it?
actually, I think they did.
They did.
They really did. He did a good job with them. The reason they're all black, well, there's been many theories, but the most pronounced theory that we hear all the time is he found this Jap black. They called it Jap black or Japan black, and it would dry fast enough so they could produce them.
That's what I've heard too, yes.
That other colors wouldn't dry fast enough, where they were putting these things out several thousand a day. And this car cost new $340. Would you like to buy it for that?
Certainly.
Okay. Well, you know, an interesting thing is, shall we start it?
Well, pretty soon we're going to start it.
Okay.
You want to show us how to start it?
Yeah, you know, you have to remember that as compared to harnessing a horse, this really doesn't take very long.
No.
You first have to open the hood and turn on the gas, because if you forget that, well, you're not going very far. So we turn the gas on and hope that that's going to work. And now, of course, this is always tricky. Well, they don't do well when you're trying to show off. And then you reach in and turn the mag on and make sure the spark is retarded and a little bit of throttle. Make sure the emergency brake is on so it doesn't run over you.
Good idea.
And now, probably you can hear the buzzers going. These are coils that buzz on a Model T, so we give it a little choke. And then we got to get back here real quick. There we are. Now that probably took a maximum of about, maybe a minute. How long would it take to harness a horse? So see how much better that is?
Yes.
And then of course you just open the door and help your bride in. Well, you got to get in first. See, on a Model T there's no door over there.
That's right.
Only one door, because Henry Ford was too tight to put a door on. He said, you don't need a door over there. So my wife always has to get in last. An interesting feature, I don't know if it's too dark to catch the transmission. You have 3 pedals on the floor, and those 3 pedals are low gear, reverse, and the brake. And there it is.
Very interesting.